Austin a few weeks.
And Jesus Rios, a career best for him. 100% podium record on the line today for Max Quiles in 2026. He's got Kelso and Fernandez alongside him. Hakim Danici was fastest on Friday. Is 10th from another Catalan in Joel Esteban. And Le Mans podium finisher Matteo Bertelli. Alvaro Carpe is 13th ahead of Rico Salmela, who has a long lap penalty to serve. He's ahead of 13th place. There he is. Look up the inside of Rico Salmela, who's got a long lap penalty to serve very shortly. That's Bertama now up into 13th place. He's gained 7 already on lap 1.
Yeah, it's been a strong start for Bertelli as well. He was up for as high as 7th in the early part of this lap. There is Quiles, then he's got Danish.
Oh, it's an intact 1-2 now.
Yeah, now Fernandez with the slipstream as Rios. Rios made a right hash of that first corner braking zone. He lost the position to Fernandez. Fernandez had already blitzed through on Quiles on the run down to the first corner. It's a shame that for Jesus Rios. He did well actually.
Drop places, so when you look back down the road, back down the picture, Quiles is the second of the Aspar bikes. There he is on the pink 28, trying to get some revenge in on Carpe and his teammate Morelli, but the door being slammed in his face.
O'Gorman's making some forward progress after he was dropped from 12th to 24th on the grid. He's now up into 17th spot, just behind the Aussie Joel Kelso. Yeah, this has not been planning executed as Quiles wanted at all, has it? As he tries to show his front wheel to Esteban down the hill in the 13, he's going to attack him through the 5 and push back down to 16th place. So the two Aspar riders have been going the wrong way in this Grand Prix.
I do wonder, because he was with Salmela. Salmela's just come through for his long lap penalty. Maybe Morelli got connected with Salmela while he was serving that long lap. Rico...
Jesus Rios, he was starting on a season best 6th place, a career best 6. Here is Jesus Rios then on the 54 bike. He's got a great podium chance here, hasn't he? No question.
To spot the contact and try and give penalties out, because it's going on everywhere in this Moto3 races. Rios tries to take that inside line on Uriarte, who led at the start of the lap, and that just goes to show you, if you're leading and towing riders down the main straight, you can get beaten up badly. Fernandez also through now, so Uriarte...
Mansa, nothing wrong with the top speed of his KTM at all. He's really aerodynamic as well. He's a bit of a pocket rocket, is Almansa. Nobody got close to him on the slipstream. Almansa, Rios, Fernandez in that top group. And he recovered, he dropped down to as low as 16th, 17th early on. He's back up into the point scoring places in 14th spot. Further down, Yamanaka has just got through on Rico Salmela. Yamanaka started 17th. He's now up to 8th. Uriarte and Rios really toughing it out as they went through turn 12. That's where Jorge Martin had a scary crash in MotoGP on Friday morning. We've got yellow flags out in sector 4. More than likely somebody's down at turn 10. That's the beginning of turn.
He's nearly a second and a lap off the pace. He's about to get swallowed up by Bertama. This is the crash for Carraro. He was running just ahead of Ramastorfer and Mitani. That was the battle for 22nd place. Carraro out there. Number 10 down at turn 10. Earlier, Quiles straight back through into turn 7. Quiles, I think he's done a lot of the hard work here now. He's caught on to the back of this leading group. He's now got an opportunity to try and build a bit of patience.
Top 10 at the moment, that's in the 47s, is Rios. Don't take your eyes off the number 54. So it's Adrian Fernandez then back at the front of this Grand Prix, second in the World Championship. Riders.
Yeah, the riders, remember, to look out for in terms of tyres, as Almansa dishes out some a counter-attack on Munoz there in 3rd place. The riders on the soft red tyre in this group are Uriarte, Almansa and Rios. Fernandez too, actually.
Podium fight, because on that last lap, Esteban, O'Gorman, Morelli and Kelso, we mentioned, they were all in the 47s. They were quite quicker than this lead group, who are bumping and barging each other all over this Barcelona circuit. Uriarte somehow has got himself back to the front of this Grand Prix, but Bertama is dragging a big group along with him as well into podium contention. What was a sort of 8-rider battle with
trouble when we get down to turn 1, lap 8 of 18. Yeah, the leaders, well, Uriarte did a 47.8, but everyone else in the group behind him did 48. Danish did a 49.0, and you've got the likes of Bertelli and Kelso doing personal best in the 47s further back. Quiles desperately pleading his Aspar KTM to stop there as he nearly ran to the back of Rios, and that opened the door there for Carpe to...
Away from the race record held by Jose Antonio Rueda. As then we look at Bertama, then now he's right on the back of this lead group, isn't he? And that's lovely by Danish. Danish has made some class moves in this Grand Prix, just lifting up Quiles, and that's allowed Bertama to come on through. So our Southeast Asian fans are loving this Barcelona Grand Prix. Quiles straight back through on Bertama. I mean, how many overtakes have we already had in this lead group? And we're not even anywhere near half race distance.
So many of them have been on Max Quiles. It's like the Moto3 field who have got themselves together in a dark room and said, we've had enough of being beaten up by Max Quiles. Let's try and fight fire with fire. At the moment, Quiles, try as he might, he just cannot make any forward progress through this leading group. He's spent most of this Grand Prix since he caught them sat at the back of this train.
start of the track there, didn't he, before sweeping across the nose of Fernandez. Rios then now up into third place. He's been the fastest rider in this Grand Prix. He was in the 47s, that 47.2 in Catalaunya. Max Quiles, if you threw the flag now, would be losing 12 points in that World Championship lead. But he's got time to rectify that situation. Uriarte then powers out the final.
7-1, half a second quicker than this group are going.
5 or 6 riders in front of O'Shea, punching a massive hole in the air. Brilliant by O'Shea. He's utilising that slipstream to maximum effect. Casey O'Gorman's had an absolute blinding ride, as well as Rios once again sends it on the inside of Almanza into 5. Let's not forget O'Gorman was pushed back 12 places.
As soon as he gets onto the main straight, with a lead like that, that'll be nowhere near enough. By the time they get onto the 1 kilometre main straight, he'll just get reeled back in again with the power of the slipstream here. Looking back in the group behind him, Quiles still running around.
Been mugged by Danish in that final corner. Uriarte then is your leader. Just sensed pre-race that this might be a big day for Uriarte. Once again, he's trying to break the toe behind him. Fernandez just easy to the inside line, just to let him know he's still there. It was Almanza then through on Rios. Almanza's an absolute missile, isn't he, down Hughes? He's back down in 12th at the moment. Perone, I mean, has he done a 47 at any stage in this Grand Prix? Not too many of them if he has.
No, but he's struggling badly. He's not scoring points if he carries that on. Munoz has been able to mug Fernandez. We know these two have got previous as recently as Jerez when they were battling for second place. Munoz now has that second place, but they do need to be a little bit careful here to not allow Uriarte to build up too much of a cushion. It's half a second now.
It's a sorry Sunday here for Perone. He was 12th at the start of this lap 10. He's been...
Moto3 results, as I mentioned, at a circuit that's often favoured him in the past. Shout out for another rookie, Morelli, who's now jumped onto the back of this train. He's the second of the Aspar bikes in 9th place. He's about to latch onto the rear tyre of his teammate Quiles.
On the inside of Munoz, clean as a whistle, wasn't it, that by Quiles? Whoa, Carpe has a good look to his left. Whoa, dearie me. It's getting a bit feisty, this, getting a bit spicy at the front here in Barcelona. Carpe, as he had a good long look to his left through on Almanza. Well, that just opened the door for Quiles to fire on through. So it's Almanza tracked him this morning. There's Munoz getting some fantastic slipstream. Look at Munoz there behind Carpe. Danish behind Munoz and Carpe. The Malaysian's going to be third. Is he going to just drop in fourth? Trying to drop in front of Uriarte, just has to back out of it ever so slightly, but Quiles leads. Max Quiles then has taken 115 out of the first, 125. So it is that's back at the front. He's in the Almanza lane there, isn't he?
All in a straight line, wasn't it? It didn't need to use any speed on the prowess on the brakes. It was all speed out of the corner and then speed down the straight. So Max Quiles, young Spaniard, the junior world champion, to try and become a Moto3 Grand Prix winner for the first time.
Yeah, it could be the best day in the life of Brian as it stands at the moment. He has got, what, 2 laps remaining. They power down the start-finish straight. Uriarte with a quarter of a second advantage over Quiles. A class move by Munoz. It was a hard move, but it was clean. Through on Quiles and down the hill into turn 5.
Yeah, Munoz wants Uriarte's rear tyre coming onto the main straight to start the final lap. That might well be the best place to be. We've got, what, 10, 11 riders who could still win this race or finish on the podium. The leading group still goes all the way back to Veda.
Oh, Rios, that's a big one. That's a big get-off late on here for Jesus Rios. He goes barrel rolling through the gravel trap. So Rios takes himself out of victory contention, takes himself out of podium contention. It leaves Uriarte, Munoz and Quiles as your top 3 as we now come into this crucial final corner for the penultimate time. It's all about getting the drag here, getting some slipstream to try and attack Uriarte on the brakes into turn 1. Uriarte then will lead the last lap, the biggest lap of his career so far.
Uriarte surely is just going to hug the inside of the racetrack. He's got to stick as right as he can, but there's still left a little bit of a gap, which Quiles and Munoz were more than happy to ride through.
Has he timed this to absolute perfection? Danish tries to go the long way around. That's not going to work out. He might get passed on the outside now by Almanza coming out of turn 2. So Quiles from Uriarte. Uriarte running wide going through that turn 3, and Munoz just hugs the inside line and moves back into second place. Oh, now here comes Danish on the inside of Munoz, on the inside of Uriarte as well. Danish up in a second, now he's back to third. Quiles though still leads.
We have to go back to Caroline and Paui, don't we, for the last time in Malaysia. Won a Moto3 race. Danish wants to end that way. They're jockeying around. Uriarte's now back in 4th. Is he now too far back? Carpe now up behind him. He takes 5th. Morelli's trying to get into the action. Surely he and Almanza are too far back now.
Oh, David Almanza's been really duff. Big head shake for Uriarte. Has that cost him the chance of this Grand Prix victory? Because he's hemorrhaging places late on here. It's Quiles that has about a 10th and a half over Munoz. Quiles versus Munoz Munoz now surely for the win.
Yeah, it's down to 2. He was wide, was Danish, was Uriarte, sorry, over the curve coming out of turn 7. And so we see Danish going way, way wide into turn 10. It's a battle now between the IO teammates, Carpe and Uriarte for the podium.
Head in hands for Malaysian fans as Hakim Danish was third with just 4 corners remaining. He runs wide at the crucial moment. Talking of crucial moments, and here is Munoz. Can he find some late fireworks here to deny Quiles? Quiles is going to go super tight. Munoz goes on the inside. Rossi versus Lorenzo 2009. Anybody who is going to win here in Barcelona? It looks like it could be Quiles. Quiles does it. Max Quiles wins a Catalaunya Classic in Moto3. And the winning machine for CF Moto Aspar is in full working order once again. Seventh rider in Moto3 history to win 3 Grand Prix in a row. He still has not finished lower than second so far in what has been a magic, a mesmerising start to this year's Moto3 World